This is the Frigidaire top load washer. I love it because it's got a plastic top that doesn't rust. The complaint was that the clothes were wet, the water wasn't pumping out properly, or the clothes were very heavily wet. But if you look at the top control on the right, that was set at low spin, and that might have been the problem. But I'm going to continue on with this story just so that you can see how to take apart and inspect the pump, since uh, the general diagnosis was that maybe there would be a restriction at the pump. And so this will show you how to uh, inspect the pump. I also did a little bit of an inspection of the level sensor. Well, I took a picture of this, so you've got the model number. I'm not sure if you can zoom in, but just to make clear which model it is. Okay, first plan of attack is to drain the water. We suspect that the pump is not pumping out properly, and then remove the screws off this panel, which I have to be very careful not to strip the heads, and we'll take it from there. Well, this bugger wasn't easy to get off. It's almost like it was glued on. Even when I got this loosened, it had stuck. I had to sort of reach in and peel it back off the pump. So the pump's under here, and not easy access, and I'm not sure what. There seems to be a flapper valve here at the end. That's interesting. Well, after seeing a hole in the bottom where I can get better access, I'm disconnecting these, and I'm going to flip it over on its side to get better access to the pump. Okay, this is good. We got good access now. Very good access. Here's the pump, and we'll have to see what type of bolts that is. I used a number 10 socket. I don't know if you can read it, but anyway, number 10. And because there was limited space here, I had to use the shorter extension. I'm going to use a longer extension on the others. Well, it appeared to be glued in, just like this was glued. I don't see any dirt in the impeller, so and no dirt in here that I can feel, no restriction. So I'm not sure where our problem lies. Well, no restriction in here, but I feel there's a magnetic drive here. So when I say magnetic, it feels like a magnet is using, so maybe, I don't know, I wonder if the magnet could be weak and not spinning properly. Or could the motor be old and not able to pump out properly as powerful as it should be, because I felt there was water in the line. Let's see about this check valve. There's a check valve here. Well, the one thing I can see that's possible is that the rubber has swollen a little, and when the water doesn't have a lot of pressure, air gets in it, it doesn't have enough power to open the flapper, because it does seem to be sticking. But the pump should be powerful enough to push it open. It's a stretch to think that's the problem, but it could be. Now, just in case, I tightened up the belt a little. I loosened these bolts, bottom and top, and pushed it over a little to increase just in case we were getting some slippage. But I don't think that's the problem. Okay, this is checking the sensor. This is sensor that tells it whether it's empty or full. And so I tried sucking and blowing on it. Doesn't seem to have a restriction. So that looks alright. Well, one thing I noticed, it was on low spin, so
That was one problem. Now we got it on high spin. It seems to spin and then stop and spin and stop. We'll see what it does. This is percolating now. Percolating. Don't see any water though. Oh yeah, we're getting a little water. Okay.
Well, I hope this was helpful to those guys who are trying to fix their own stuff. Nothing like knowing how to fix your own stuff. And so, yeah, I don't get paid for this, but I thought I'd just share with others my knowledge and learning. And I've learned to make YouTube, so I call myself Mr. Fix-It. And so when I have a project to fix, I try to make a recording with my camera and share it with others to help others. And anyway, I hope it was helpful to others.